Want to try to make this short. I was asked to make this video, so this is what I'm going to do. How to start a business without doing business. I know that sounds pretty weird, and somehow you're probably going to think that I'm crazy for even saying that, but I want you to stay tuned, watch, listen, and don't judge, don't prejudge so soon, okay? Now, the first thing I need you to do is subscribe to this channel if you're just stumbled upon this. Don't just stumble and move on. Subscribe. Now, how to start a business without doing business. All right. Now, there's three main principles that people lose when it comes to doing business. I know some people are familiar with people saying that I got a little hustle or I do something on the side. Something on the side means that there's main business elements missing, which is why it's not called a business. All right. When I bump into people, I tell them that I'm a hybrid. I work and I have my own business. So think about this. When someone is hustling or selling goods and stuff like that on the street, and then they're taking that money, they're not putting it away, and they're spending it on food, clothing, shelter, helping pay their bills in their home, you don't have a business. All right? So, three things that makes it so that you can sustain a business, grow, and actually be financially independent. All right? One is you start a deposit-only bank account. All right? Deposit-only bank account, which means separate this bank account from the accounts that you have. All right? Separate it. Two, all right? Get yourself used to having money. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck and they don't have the ability to even put away $5 to $10 a week. Why? Because they have this miscalibration when it comes to money. The idea of money is scary to them. To have too much in the bank is like, oh wow, I might need something. So something is not working inside your brain because you seem to think that living paycheck to paycheck's okay. You ever see that movie? You ever see a movie where the hero's like on the end of a cliff and the villains like choking him, you know, and then he looks and you look down and then the music starts playing and you think that he could die and he's coming to a close call and he's right on the edge, or maybe they're both standing up and they're holding the bow or the sword or the weapon, and then, you know, his foot starts hitting the end of the cliff and rocks are falling down and he's looking, and if he gets pushed any further, he's going to fall right off the edge. That's how most people live in society financially. It does not make any sense. So stop it. If you don't think that that scene makes any sense, it also doesn't make any sense to keep like 20 bucks in your account, and once you have 40, you think you want to go buy a shirt. Cut it out. And the third element is fundraising. Now, in New York State here where I live, there's a 5-cent deposit for bottles and cans. It's no problem for me. It's easy as pie. Now, you take all that money, you put it in the account. I know some people that make $200 to $300 a month collecting bottles and cans, which is pretty extraordinary. So now you have the three elements for creating a business. And just remember, don't start spending any money to buy products to, you know, work your business until you've gotten yourself to that $500, mark in that new account. Because what you're going to do is, from that point on, you're going to move on to the next stage, which is becoming a hybrid. Someone who works a full-time job and runs a business on the side. Now, I'd like to say, even if your business only makes you $100 a month for the first 2 to 3 months, that's fine. You still have a business, okay? A lot of people always try to look for a second job and see what they could do, and sometimes you don't even bump into luck. Now, fundraising can also be getting a second job, and when you get the second job, you at least put away half into that new account, or all of it, and that's fundraising. So you get a second job for the season, and you put all that money away into your second account until you reach about $500, sometimes even more. I know a friend of mine who made about $1,600 putting money to the side with his seasonal account from a job that he got for the season. So that's what you want to do, and then you can take your product, whether you're knitting sweaters and selling them for $50 a pop, and it costs you $5 to make a sweater. Whatever you do these things. So before you start doing your business, look for the 3 fundamentals, which is separate bank account or deposit only bank account. All right. Don't forget to get used to having money, which is at least being able to put a little to the side, and fundraising. Thank you. Subscribe and have a good one.